come back onto the show and share it with our family.
Can I do a quick mic check? Is my mic working?
We get you.
Yeah. I was playing around with some
dark,
technology,
right?
and this is my first time using it.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, Dane, you're muted.
Am I? Oh, Dame's muted.
It's dark, right?
No. Dave, when you go back, it gets dark. But if you're closer, we can see you good.
Mm.
Yeah, we can see you good now.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're gonna
You mind if I ask a quick question?
Sure. Yeah.
How did Hoppy and OSG get together?
You know what? I'm gonna tell the story before I introduce you guys.
There's
a story. Yeah, there's a story how I ended up with my OSG. I know there's a story, and I'm so excited.
You know, Professor Small is my dad.
Oh, what? Okay, really, Dr. Small. First of all, I talk to your dad twice a day. Okay, just to let you know. And he's always talking about you. And I called him today. He said, make sure you send me a link. I was like, we're going to broadcast it on your page, Professor Small. And so, yes.
I just saw that. I'm like, how did OSG get with it?
Yeah, no. Oh, absolutely. No, y'all gotta be laying it down up on Hoppy Talks. And he starts our film off like, no. He's very proud of you. He was very proud this morning when he was at the Home Depot.
Felicia, you streaming on Happy Film? Where are you on YouTube?
Okay, so it's Happy Film with no S. That's our YouTube page, and then we're on my personal page, Taiki Grant. He's a director and just brain of Hoppy. We're streaming on his page, Professor Small's page, and then Hoppy has 2 other Facebook pages that we're streaming on as well.
Okay, but they can basically just go to Happy Film on YouTube.
Yep, HAPIFILM. I know. You know what? I was going to ask you, Dr. Small, was it okay if I tell you? Because let me tell you, this crowd loves your daddy. So, I mean, he's been on here. It's between him and Dr. Renoka Rashidi. They've been on the most.
And I haven't seen Tacky since we went to Egypt together. That was 15 years ago. Yeah,
I know. You guys are supposed to hook up. Yeah, he's we go back and forth with doing the show, but he was like, we gotta hook up. He was like, I gotta see what. These are nicest tweets on your IG. I'll be hooking all you guys' IG just to let you know. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we'll start. I have a little short promo, and then we have a screening coming up, so I kind of just do some housekeeping things with everybody, and then I'll tell the story about how I met you guys, and I'll bring you guys in. And Mr. Dash. Okay, first of all, what do you guys want me to call you? We'll start with you, David, or Dane, or Mr. Dash. What you want me to call you?
Whatever you started to call me, whatever you led with, whatever you feel good.
Okay. Okay. I like your name with 3 syllables. I like Damon Dash. But I can, I'll see how the spirit moves me when I introduce you.
Well, the answer to your question is however the spirit moves you.
There it is. Thank you. All right. Mr. McKeezy?
Dennis is fine.
Okay.
Or Smiley. You can call him Smiley.
Smiley.
Please don't call him Smiley. He is fine. Oh, gosh. Dr. Small?
Either Dr. Small, Dr. Malik, whatever.
Oh, did they send you Nicolette music?
Okay. Cool. And
remember you said I was sending some music for me to do or something?
That's fine.
You sent it?
And do you have a link for your book?
Sent it?
Fisherwoodsdeep.org. We're all under one house.
Okay. They can go there to purchase it, correct? Right now? It's available?
Nope. Not yet. We're gonna just tell them to keep following us on Instagram, and we'll let them know when we're gonna drop it.
Okay, there it is. All right. So then, intro, housekeeping. I'll introduce you guys, and Dame, I'm just gonna have you stay back for a minute because you're kind of like Damon Dash, and so I'm kind of bring you in a little bit later, not too much later. just
Cool.
a little bit later. Okay.
Just let me know when you need me. I'll be out. Nah,
We can't use that.
Oh yeah. I was like, just let me know when you need me. I'll be here.
Okay.
I'll just be over there. You know what I mean? I'm good.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay. All right. So I can't move too much because the sweatshirt is hot as hell. Oh my God.
I have to say it on, Felicia. Can you hear me?
Yo, I got the door open. I got my slide.
That's why you gotta get the t-shirt.
Yeah, see, I gotta get the t-shirt. Yeah, and plus, you know,
Or the long sleeve t-shirt.
Like this is killing me right now, guys. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna take you guys backstage and then I'll bring you guys in, okay? And the other piece is that this is a conversation. You know, anybody got to get it and say something, whatever. Like, you know, and our crowd is really cool. If anybody says anything ignorant, like in the comments, I just actually delete them from the whole thing. I don't even play with that. So, but our community is real cool, and they're very happy and excited.
And when you finish, jump on the clubhouse. My wife is doing a clubhouse about I guess it's infertility week. And, you know, we went through it, so she's doing something on Clubhouse. You might like it.
Okay.
I think.
You're going on it too, right, Dan?
Yeah, you know, I'll be on it. Yeah. So, you know, I'm going to be there to support wifey.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, you know what? Dane, there's so many things we got to talk about. That's really important because our birth rates are going down, and we got to have a conversation, a national conversation about that.
DJ.
Okay. All right, guys. See you on the other side.
What's good?
I don't know what we can talk about in this nation without talking about white superiority. Honestly,
defines the meaning of God, also defines the relationship between economy and God.
African Americans spent $1.3 trillion last year, making us the 16th wealthiest nation in the world. Why have we not turned those riches into wealth to develop our community?
I just know some dumb shit just now.
Peace, family. How is it? I hope everybody's doing well today on Sunday. So happy to see all you guys up in the chat already. Just before we get started, just our shout outs to our elder, John Henry Staples out of Riverview, Florida. This brother's 84 years old and he tunes in all the time to check on us. So that's what's up. So I'm going to say peace to him. Peace to Michelle, DM. We have Miss McKeezy. You'll know who she is in a minute. We got Stacy in the house. George Ames. And I also want to give a special shout out to Camille Yarbrough, Macinti Sarah, Rashamela Combo. You guys are always holding us down all the time in terms of everywhere we're popping up online. You guys are always there in the comments, just really supporting. So thank you so much. And I've already seen a whole bunch of OSG love. That's what's up. Okay, I see Lace Elliott. Everybody's up in here. All right. So you guys don't know what OSG means yet, but we're going to come to that. So the first thing I want to say is screening. We have Hoppy Film is screening on May 1st at 7 p.m. online. That's EST time. And if you get a ticket to see the screening, you will also get free access to the panel discussion afterwards. And remember, we don't tape them. So if you don't see it then, you're not going to see it. And so we have we never know who we're going to get in terms of cast members, but I can tell you this, everyone that we've had thus far, the conversations have really blown everybody's mind. So it's a place you want to be. Now, if you can't wait until, May 1st to see it, you can go to our website, happyfilm.com, and actually go ahead and pick up a DVD, or you can get a digital download. But while you're there, let me tell you what else you have to do. You have to also sign up for the newsletter, because the newsletter, this is the thing, everybody's on the computers. They're doing all types of stuff, but there are some things that we need to always communicate to the family, and you can usually find them in the newsletter. We have all types of good things. We have financial news. We always have a support Black business up in there. Usually it's like 2 or 3. We have a financial innovator, somebody from the past who has laid the path for us to be right where we are right now financially. We always give big ups in an article about them, a health article, and updates to what's going on with Hoppy. So it's really important that you guys sign up for the newsletter, okay? The other piece, while you're there, we have merchandise. Now, today I don't have on our merchandise because I got somebody else's merchandise on, which is also fabulous, and you'll see in a minute. But it's really important that you guys support, okay? When we started this, and next week will be our 1-year anniversary of Happy Talks. Initially, we were going to premiere the film on April 28th of last year. But, as everybody knows, COVID-19 happened. And so we had a premiere at Medgar Evers College. And it was really, we had the momentum going. We were working on this film for 5-6 years. And so we were going to have this, this big premiere. And because of COVID, we had to figure out how to keep that momentum going. And so we started to just look at like our cast members. It's like, okay, well, let's just introduce, our audience to the cast members. So every week we would bring somebody on that was in the cast. And then it started to kind of change. And Happy Talks is actually taking on a whole, it's its own entity now. And just as much as you guys look forward every week to getting, your educational, your spiritual needs met, so do we when we're hosting this. Like, this is really good for us as well. So, Happy Talks we've been around for, it'll be a year next year. So this is really, really important that you guys look at the film so that you can understand how this platform right here ties into the film. Okay. The other piece, why it's important to not only sign up for the newsletter, get merchandise, and the other piece is that, listen, I love the Wiz. So just tell me, how did you even come to get with this group? How was that connection made?
So my man Lays called me, or my brother Lays rather. We had I've known him for a long time, since the beginning of being in the music business, and then we ended up working together with Rockefeller. I had signed MOP, and we remained friends. We boxed together, all that type of stuff. So he's the kind of cat, if he texts me, regardless, just out of respect, I'm going to show up. And he had texted me about a Zoom. I didn't really read it. I'm just like, when and where, you know what I mean? And, I showed up. And when I got there, unexpectedly, I saw like 90 Black principals. And I didn't even know one existed. I wasn't told that. And, because I've always had my problems with education. And, what it prepares us for me, it prepares you to have debt, to have a job. And the only other alternative to break a social class is to be entertainment. Doesn't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. Doesn't teach you how to be self-sustainable, how to farm, how to pay taxes, how to do politics. So I came a little bit aggressive, but, they were like, it was like, we're not the ones that are implementing this curriculum. We're doing what we need to do, but we know what's wrong with it. We're ready to change it. And, automatically I saw what they had been doing for children when people were not paying them. And, I was just like, how come, these aren't the Black faces that are highlighted? How come this is never spoken about? And, it's also an opportunity for me. I'm like, damn, I get to talk to 90 principals, doctors, and, everybody's smart. And I'm not used to talking to so many smart people that care, that don't hate when their friends win, that know how to look at it like, when your friends win, we all win, and want to support and all that. But, at the end of the day, I've had issues about education for a while, and OSG seemed to be that answer. Like, instead of just being mad and complaining and asking, we have the opportunity to do. And as a result, it's crazy because, you know, what we're about to do is a clubhouse about infertility. So we tried to have a baby for like 7 years. When we finally were having a baby, I get with a group of principals that can help me with raising my child, giving the right curriculum that I want to give my child. And we've done just that. You know, they put together a curriculum from the womb to 3 years old. You know, we started when he was in the stomach. He's like the OSG's first official student. You know what I mean? He's potty trained at 4 months old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like anything I need, there's always a specialist on there in something.
Absolutely.
And they always want to help. So my thing is, let's make them the celebrities. You know, someone that when they get there is going to help. Someone that does it when no one's looking. Oh, or for, wow. This is the doctor that just walked in that impregnated us. Oh, we did IVF. Hey. We're talking to some.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. So it's been a long journey. You know, she the one that we know you get to actually, just the one right here. If anybody want to make a couture baby, this is the one. Just let me know. I got you. But yeah.
She makes these beautiful
She
babies.
makes these beautiful babies, and we came out of this
She knows
lab.
how to pick the right sperm and the right egg and put it all
Mix
together.
it up, but also very supportive and was there with us through a lot. So my point was, it was right on time to be a part of something that dealt with curriculum, and as a result, I like Rocky's excelled in ways. Even like I said, my wife wrote 2 books, one a syllabus, one a children's book, a documentary. It just makes you sharp. You know, energy is contagious. And when you have this much good energy, it just goes, and through the Zoom, you can feel it. That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
You're right.
So, you know, and the power, we've done a lot. It's been like a little over a year. The anniversary just came up, and, you know, you look at the scorecard, how many books, television shows, how many people got fed, you know, how many laws got passed, how many people that were going to get co-signed came through to get co-signed and, you know, might not have got co-signed. Like, you know, it's become a very powerful group. And then how fresh they got, you know, they got real fresh all of a sudden, like boof, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so, you know, I'm wearing it too. I wouldn't wear it if it wasn't. So, you know, being a part and seeing like, you know, principals that like dress better than their students, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That play, you know, all that. That's like, you know, how you know I was talking about you? You already know you fresh. Look.
Let me tell you, I check out Dr. Small on his Instagram with those suits and the man. I mean, I'm like, wow, okay. And the post every day. That's what's up. That's what's up, Dr. Small. But
you can't. And another thing is the honesty. You know, like you don't have to tell people or give them constructive criticism because they don't sometimes receive it well.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter, OSG. If you coming wrong, if you don't come correct, even if your internet is wrong, they're gonna get at your head. You gotta come correct when you come through OSG. Don't come thinking you're smarter than you are, trying to be fake. They're gonna chop you down unless you legit. Don't step foot around them because you reveal yourself as too many legit people. So overall, you know, I've been having a great time, and you know, at this age and stage in my life, this is exactly where I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think that, you know, the future is what's the most important, you know, not worrying about so much the past, learning from the past, but the kids are our future and and the future has to be guided by futuristic thinkers, you know, and that's what OSG is. They're ready to do things that haven't been done before because it's a different day than this curriculum got implemented. So, you know.
Well, you know what? That's what I wanted to ask you about because I know you have to go. The curriculum piece. Is there entrepreneurship? Because you're like the master entrepreneur. Okay, you know you're like, well, this is what we have to do. You know, and that's definitely we actually have family. We have a show coming on next week that we're doing a deep dive into 4 businesses. They're going to come on and talk about entrepreneurship. So, in terms of this curriculum that you guys are you know, going to implement, is entrepreneurship in there?
Absolutely. It's gotta be. That's the most important thing. You know, the problem is when you start from a struggling place, first generation, it's hard to think about the future. You're always trying to survive in the present. And then you sometimes do things that might be morally wrong because you got to do what you got to do to eat. and you're around that kind of situation, you know? So economic empowerment is that's the war right there. That's the narrative, you know, that we don't need them to make our economics right. We need us. If we let, like a warden's never going to give a prisoner the key to get out. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor's never going to tell you how to be unoppressed. You know what I mean? So, of course, to control this muscle, they've made us think things that are not the case. They made us think that we're not principals and doctors. And it's funny because a lot of them just do it like they severely intelligent, but they like, anything they do, I could do better and do some more stuff. And because I'm like, yo, Dennis still goes to school. Like they got doctors, they still writing thesis and all that at this age. I'm like, so they have a focus and an attention span. And as an entrepreneur, when I look at a school, a principal is a CEO that has to take funds, allocate them. You know, they got to fire people, hire people. They got budgets. And they're also like the head of a fashion company because they got to make uniforms. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that because they've been told they principals. I'm like, nah, you're CEOs.
Yeah.
But for another person's company. So on another day, we get up and we just talk about entrepreneurial shit. And you can't even come up to that place you can't be on that Zoom unless you got an LLC, period. You know what I'm saying? Or at least you planning on getting one.
You know, when you are talking the epitome of hoppy, this is what hoppy is about. Everyone thinks that we have to go outside to create things. We have everything we need right here. We have everything right
You have a whole ecosystem. So, you know, I've watched Principal Ock become like a distributor of food. You know what I'm saying? You know, a studio owner, like making a studio, curating art, you know, being a basketball coach for a championship team and designing the jackets, the coats, and the units. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't forget the hot sauce. Don't forget the hot sauce.
He sell hot sauce. He sell hot sauce, make books, you know. So again, he should be celebrated. He should be the celebrity. And every principal and superintendent on there is like in a competitive, good competition on who can help the most kids, the coolest. And we all push each other. So it's a group that you want to be. It's the new gang. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be around a bunch of people because you're scared, be around some educators. You know what I mean? That's what I would do.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Well, Felicia, before I know Dame is going to leave us in a little while, but Dame approached us a few months ago around Thanksgiving. You know, he's vegan and, you know, he has a relationship with Beyond Meat, the Beyond Meat folks. And he came to me and was like, yo, D, listen, you know, we know that there's a need, man. How about we just partner with Beyond Meat and we kind of distribute food around Thanksgiving and Christmas with, you know, for families that need it. And so we talk about somebody who also, too, saw a need along with us and said, you know what, let's partner on this. And so Dame put together an initiative called Everybody Eats. And so we went out to Newark, New Jersey, and we fed some families out there with Red Band and Do It All and other things like that. But the brainchild behind all that was Dane Dash. Now, and I definitely wanted you to know that he's been doing things like that with us from the beginning, even from down to the logo and the merchandise and the apparel and all that stuff. Dame is a guy for that. Like, we think one way, Dame says, no, let's go this way. And literally those of us that listen actually see why he is Dane Dash. So I definitely know that, you know, Dame most certainly probably won't tell you all of those things, but he is the one, he is the brainchild behind what you see here, which is OSG. This hoodie, the hoodie that you burning up in right now, that's Dame's fault.
So let me tell you. So somebody else is going to burn up in this hoodie. So whoever family, because we always try to give away something. You know, just give away something. Okay, so Hoppy is going to the first person who emails us at infohoppyfilm@gmail. That's infohoppyfilm@gmail with at least 3 things that they've learned thus far in this interview. Will get one of these hot ass hoodies.
You see on your left rib? Look, feel your left rib. You feel your left rib? No, you feel it?
Yeah.
You see the DD? Look at it. That's me.
We have Clubhouse in 1 minute.
Yo, let me tell you.
Like,
I am so, yeah. You know what, Dash? You might have to come on over to Hoppy because let me tell you, this is so, guys. This is so warm. I mean, it's hot right now. It's hot. But this is just a really nice hoodie. So the first person, come on, 3 things that you learned. We're getting you a hoodie so you can sit up in your hot hoodie. You get onto their call on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you be right up there and be legit.
so I got to run to that clubhouse in like 30 seconds. So I appreciate y'all. Yeah, you know, when you finish, come on over. You know, I know you got a lot to talk about, but thank you. Appreciate you. Dennis, Fear, Dr. Smalls. Ask Dr. Smalls about his movie and all that. He got all that too. All right, y'all.
All right.
I'm in love with him.
You.
He has such a calm thing. He's been hugging me back.
It's the doctor that helped us with the baby. You gotta make a baby. This is the baby maker right here. She makes it happy. She makes it happy.
This is the best.
Mr. Baby Maker right there.
My special guy.
Yeah. She wrote it out. It wasn't so easy. So it's infertility week, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, Raquel is going to do a clubhouse about infertility. I'm doing it as with her. Oh, so should I get on my phone?
Yeah, you should all.
All right. Why y'all went live on my phone? All right, in this live.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.